Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me on the Dankage channel. I'm your host, Dank AJ, and in this episode, I'm going to be telling you all about the lore in Warm Snow. To start with, the Warm Snow was created by an angry god who actually secretly is an evil god, and this god tries to manipulate you into destroying the throne so that the warm snow is permanent and ever flowing. What the warm snow does is it seems like regular snow, but it's warm to the touch because it's biological. And once it comes in contact with anyone who's not of a royal lineage, it will infect them and turn them into some kind of monster. Now, your character, not much is mentioned about your character other than the fact that they're a mute, and they were found by this priest, and you learn the way of the sword. Most of the lore you discover either through NPC communication like this, or through lore items that you unlock. So I'm going to be going over these, but I'll just tell you what I think the lore is before going into full detail here. So I told you part about the evil god and how they were manipulating you so that the snow is permanent. If you go for the good ending of the game, actually, instead of destroying the throne, you spare the people, you spare bosses on the way to get to the throne. And instead of destroying the throne at the end, then you sit on the throne because guess what? Surprise, surprise, you're the rightful ruler. The main character's backstory, as far as I can tell, is that he was a son born of a consort to the emperor, and another consort to the emperor was jealous because you were born literally a year after your mother became a consort. So another consort was jealous, ordered a secret execution on you and your mother, and the person who supposedly did the deed is someone you actually meet as a boss in this game. And apparently they killed your mother, but they spared you because they couldn't bring themselves to murder an innocent baby. And they ended up putting you in a barrel and leaving you to float in a river. Fast forward, you were found by a priest who brought you up, taught you the way of the sword. And then fast forward once again, here we are, what the warm snow happened, and you're the only one who can save the day by going around and killing the people who've angered the gods, specifically the leaders of the clans and the emperor as well, because the emperor is infected with the warm snow. Now to go into the actual text lore here, we got a painting of a king. So this is a female, and she has a relationship with Yi, as indicated by the image here. Yi is a second oldest son of the Swine clan. But once he heard that they were planning on usurping the throne, he decided to leave his clan. He left his family. He went on an adventure, and he met this girl, a king. Weird name, I know. She eventually died, and the Liu family was aware of it, but they decided to keep it a secret from him because they wanted Yi's power. For whatever reason, I don't know why Yi is powerful or whatever. Now for the Liu lore. So the Liu family, they're actually the head of the Swine clan, right? They lead it, and they are the main ones who orchestrated the death of your mother and your banishment. They were the ones that hired the assassins, specifically was Lu Shuying, who became a consort and consort, and helped in usurping the throne, as well as ordered the assassination of you and your mother. These other three lore pieces don't really give much, but you can pause and read it if you want. Codex, but this this rotten bun. I mean, I need to unlock the other thing to know its significance, but for now it means nothing. These though, these are very important. This Codex, the Blood Pact, is actually dropped by the last boss in the game. Now you can go ahead and read it, but in a nutshell, the primary bloodline, the dragon bloodline, is the Emperor bloodline. The 4 secondary bloodlines are the swine, crane, turtle, and tiger clans, right? And they're the families that lead them. And given what we know that you're a direct descendant who was thrown in a barrel and left in a river, it kind of makes sense that the final sentence here, it says the primary bloodline must kill all providers of the other bloodlines. Every secondary bloodline provider that is killed weakens the seal. Your job in the game is to go around killing the clan leaders, right? You don't know, obviously, yet that you are a descendant of the dragon clan, right? You're also technically a descendant of the tiger clan because your mother was a consort from the tiger clan. So you actually end up unknowingly breaking the pact by killing the providers of the other bloodlines. Legend of the First Dragon. So long before it, like, this is probably the first event that started what's happening in the game. The Dragon Clan combined with the efforts of the Tiger, Turtle, Crane, and Swine Clan successfully overthrow the Serpent Clan, which was ruling for thousands of years. And they were ruling because they were using the power of Helluo. I'm going to go on a limb and say Helluo is the blue lady who manipulates you into destroying the throne, who acts as a merchant at times, and who gives you permanent progression in the story, or whenever you replay the game. Longwu Journal. 3rd year of Longwu era, Imperial Consort Qin gave birth to a boy named Lan. That is you. Qin is your mother. She's from the Tiger Clan. On the evening of winter solstice, 3rd year of Longwu era, Heiyu Palace caught on fire due to careless handling of braziers. Both Consort Qin and Imperial Prince Lan perished. Not true. Lan was put in a barrel, left in the river, and it was a cover-up for an assassination attempt. Longwu Journal, page 2. On the 1st year of the Longwu era, Emperor Wu made Lu, the 2nd daughter of the Swine Clan, Empress. Okay. Lu. What was her name again? Made Lu, the 2nd daughter of the Swine Clan. The 2nd daughter. So, 2nd daughter. I know based on this swine ambition, Lu Shuying became imperial consort, was eventually promoted to empress through support of Lu. I don't know why it says 2nd daughter, because from what I remember, Lu Shuying is the eldest daughter. But okay, maybe it's a error in translation. So basically, Lu Shuying became an imperial consort, got jealous of your mother, ordered the assassination of you and your mother. You were secretly sent away. And then afterwards, because their plan was to overthrow the emperor, they eventually succeeded and made her the empress. So Lu became an empress before your mother became a consort. So your mother basically took her old position. And because she got pregnant like within a year, Lu got really jealous and ordered the assassination. Winter solstice of fire. 3rd year, the palace caught fire at night due to careless handling of braziers. Consort Qin and Prince Lan were both killed in the fire. Somehow, closely watched palace caught fire on the night the consort gave birth to imperial heir. This we went over this information already. So the fire is a cover up for our assassination attempt. In the winter of 23rd year of Long Wu era, Emperor Wu became afflicted with a strange disease and named Li as the crown prince. Li. Who's Li? I don't know who Li is yet. Li. Interesting. Li. So that's a new name. Named Li as crown prince. I'm gonna go out on a limb and take a wild stab in the dark here. Li is the newer son, because it's 23rd year, right? So this is like 20 years after the fire incident. Li is the son of the empress that they eventually had in the 24th year of the Long Wu era. So Li would be technically technically not the right ruler, simply because he has an older brother, which is you, the character you play as, who should be the rightful owner of the heir, since he's the eldest, and that's how things worked back then, I'm assuming. In the 24th year of the Long Wu era, Emperor Wu's condition worsened. Mysterious illness, the warm snow effect, began to spread throughout the palace. Strange vines, white flowers appeared. White flowers is what shoots out the white snow, the warm snow, and in the grand hall. Emperor Wu ordered them ripped out and burnt. The mysterious illness and strange phenomenon that have spread through the palace are probably the work of the evil forces in the dragon ley line. The seal's weakening. This is a matter of great importance. In the 24th year of the Long Wu era, 447 years since the empire was first founded by the first dragon emperor, or in other words, 447 years since the serpent clan was taken down and the evil god they used, Halua, was sealed. Emperor Long Wu was struck down by a mystery illness that spread throughout the palace. Strange vines, small wet flowers appeared throughout the palace. You're just repeating what the other lore said. Emperor Long Wu ordered Zhao to research a cure. Now, I think Long Wu is just the last name of... Oh, Emperor Wu, Long Wu. Okay, maybe Wu's just a short form. I thought Wu was his first name and Long Wu was his second, but no, maybe Wu's just short. But they're one and the same, undoubtedly. The best solution is for Crown Prince Li to ascend to the throne and use his fresh dragon blood to keep the Dark God and the dragon ley line in check. I don't understand why the Empress and the Swine Lord are so opposed. Interesting. If I remember correctly, you get this from the turtle boss. So the turtle clan, they were more technologically advanced. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call them scientists. And so they were like the smarts of among the clans. So it's interesting how he notes that the Empress and Swine Lord are opposed to the son of the Empress becoming using his dragon blood to keep the Dark God and the dragon ley line in check. If I had to guess, maybe Crown Prince Li isn't actually the son of the Emperor. Maybe not. You could have another father. After all, they did, in a nutshell, plan to usurp the throne. A new seal developed by the Zhao clan for strengthening the blood pact, the dragon bloodline, is connected directly to the dragon ley line to strengthen the bindings. The subject will fall into deep sleep unless they're not of dragon blood, in which case the dragon ley line will suck their life force dry. Maybe he is part an actual descendant of the Emperor, but it's just not his rightful place because he's not the eldest. Or maybe he's not. And maybe when you encounter him as a boss it actually was sucking his life force dry already. But it also, in the process, made him really powerful because he was a boss. He was monsterfied. He could telepathically control swords and stuff. So interesting stuff. Report of warm snow. This is no ordinary snow. Close observation suggests that it's some kind of living organism. Those who breathe in the organism begin to mutate after 2 hours. Initial symptoms include fever, coughing blood. They start hallucinating, eventually become insane monsters. Samples taken from near the White Lotus and other places show that the organisms in the white snow become less active the further away they are from the White Lotus. Their effect weakens as well. Interesting. So that would explain why this illegitimate dude who's getting his life force drained became extra powerful and extra monsterfied, is because he was so close. He's like right underneath the giant White Lotus. Tiny white creatures that spewed from the giant White Lotus now cover every part of the world. They look like snow, but are not cold to the touch. People who breathe in these tiny spores in the air are afflicted by a mystery illness. The power of the warm snow fades as it grows distance from the source. Okay. And if you get the bad ending, it just the White Lotus, the enormous White Lotus, just endlessly spews out white snow nonstop, rather than doing it in a wave-like fashion. Which basically means the world's permanently screwed now. Prophet Pingtian's note. O all-powerful and all-seeing mother, the child I found in the river, according to your decree, has grown into adulthood. He shall now embark on his trials as you commanded. Interesting. This prophet, I referred to him earlier as the priest that found you in the river. Mother Trinity scripture. Those blessed by Mother Trinity will attain immortality and have no fear of death. Our mother will tirelessly return you to the mortal world again and again. So this is their way of explaining why, when you die in this game, you come back to life at the beginning and do it all again. Anecdote, divine decree. There are no truly benevolent gods in this world. Gods do not offer mankind salvation. The whispers people hear may be those of even darker beings. Hint, hint, the blue lady, not a good person. Or not a good god, I should say. In the 4th year of the Dragon Era, Emperor Longwu built a grand palace to commemorate his dead wife and son. The people groaned under its cost. One day, a laborer called Li Guang rose up and founded Pingtian sect. It soon spread like wildfire, and then the imperial government began persecuting the Pingtian sect. It's when Li Guang dreamed of Mother Guanyin. Guided by Mother Guanyin, he fled north with his believers and founded the Mother Trinity sect. So I don't know if this is the guy that found you in the river, but the guy that found you in the river is a part of this sect. And Mother Trinity is the one that brings you back to life. Is Mother Trinity the blue lady? I can't say. I don't think so. I think the blue lady's Halua, and Mother Trinity is someone else. She's the one that makes those statues at the beginning give you powers based on which statue you pray to or worship. Consort Jade's will. I don't think I will survive this. Perhaps it's karma. I have few regrets in my life, but my greatest regret is giving into the Empress's bribes and threats and then helping her murder Consort Qin and Imperial Prince Lan. I did not kill Lan, though. I put him in a small wooden barrel on the riverbank. If he survived, he should be 25 years old now. This secret letter looks quite old. Some of the text have begun to fade and are barely legible. That slut and her bastard offspring must die before winter solstice. Do it, and I will shower you with wealth and prestige. But if you fail, evil. Okay, turtle servant. They say giant white lotus has sprouted from the top of the imperial palace. Emperor summoned the 4 clans. Our lordship went to the palace overnight. Things don't look good. Interesting. Kinwu. That is your mother, if I'm not mistaken. The seal ritual failed. What can we still protect? Is this truly the end of the kingdom? as the ancient oath decreed. Maybe I'm wrong. Kin Wu. Your mother's name's Kin. Maybe there's multiple Kins. Where is where is it? Here we go. Right? Your mother name's is definitely Kin. What's her last name? Kin Yuchi. Okay, so there's a different Kin. There's multiple Kins. Developers, if you ever watch this, don't do that. Don't give people the same name. It's so confusing. Kin Wu's notes. The seal ritual failed. What can we still protect? This is truly end of the kingdom as the ancient oath decreed. Zhao Changgang notes. I think that's the leader of the turtle. I just don't understand. We followed the ancient oath religiously, and there shouldn't be any problems with those involved in the blood pact. So why did it fail? What was our mistake? Well, your primary bloodline individual, the new crown prince emperor, he's illegitimate. That's my guess. 27th year Longwu era, Emperor Longwu's condition suddenly worsened. A huge vine sprouted from under the palace throne, punched through the roof, and produced a huge lotus bud. It proved to be immune to axes and fire. Emperor Longwu summoned the four great clans in his deathbed to try strengthening the seal by activating the blood pact. The attempt failed, and the white lotus grew even bigger. It also see translation issues. I believe I talked about this in my review. Crane's servant notes. The master of the clan has been acting increasingly strangely since returning from the palace. She spends all day cooped up in the Fate Tower studying nobody knows what. Now the second eldest young mistress is missing too. So one of the NPCs you rescue is after you fight the crane leader. She's a female that basically controls the power of the sun, or so it seems. And after you kill her, you've basically freed her younger sister from her. So I guess she ate her sister or something. She consumed her. And she actually, in the fight, she actually mentions that she wanted to do the same thing to you. Damn it, what a waste of time. I even took part myself, and they still failed to contain the evil. What good is the empire to me then? Lu Kanai. You're from the Swine Clan. You're the Swine Clan leader, actually. Interesting. Okay. So that concludes the lore I've uncovered so far. The picture it paints so far is pretty clear that you're the right descendant. You're the rightful owner of the throne. And because they usurped the throne, their ritual to contain the evil god failed. And thus warm snow became a thing. People became mutated. The empire seemed ruined. And then there you come in to slay all the bloodlines and break the pact, the blood pact, as prophesized apparently. And then there's this lady who is evil, except she makes you stronger. She is not the one that brings you back to life. At least I'm pretty sure she's not. But maybe she is. Maybe this Mother Trinity that the sect worships is actually Halua, but they don't realize it. Interesting. However, the lore does imply that there's multiple gods, so maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? All I know is this lady, definitely evil. You get the bad ending, she is happy. She's laughing at you. She's like, good job. She's like Emperor Palpatine praising Darth Vader. You know, she's thrilled that you destroyed the throne. And that concludes the lore explanations. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. And tune in next time for actually some other game, because I'm kind of bored of Warm Snow now.